Another area where we oftentimes take technical service calls is when our tablets may not be properly connecting, or if guys don't necessarily see a moisture reading. Again, we always request go into the service screen, confirm you have an ICM showing. The ICM does all of the communicating to the monitor or to an isobus display. The IPM is where you will be able to see your moisture displayed. The IPM on the pump plate calculates your bailing rate, and it shows all your flow meter reading. All of the processing is done on the IPM. So if you do not have an IPM showing, that could be a reason you're not receiving a moisture signal. Your tablet will still be connected with no moisture reading. So let's start looking at potentially what could be wrong. An area we often find the issue to be is not enough voltage. We're on a international 806 right now, and fortunately these batteries are good strong 12 volts. But the very first place I always have guys check voltage if they are not getting a connection on their tablet, your red and black wires. Those would be pins 1 and 2, red and black, power and ground. By taking your leads, putting them into the ports here, you will see on this system we have 12.5 volts. You got the voltmeter reading right there, Joe? So we have good 12.5 volts. That again is our key power wire turning on our processor. So we have 12.5 volts, strong 12.5 volts going into the ICM. Do not use a test light to confirm power. We have to confirm with a voltmeter. 12.5 volts is good. We like to see 13 or possibly even more. But I'll show you one more place where we can confirm voltage on the pump plate. So the next thing that we commonly hear, we showed you up in the cab or on the ICM connected to the tablet, is my tablet is connected, but I don't have a moisture reading. I don't have a flow meter reading, or I don't have a bailing rate. All of that information is processed along with your job records on the IPM, ISO pump module. All of our 700 series have the ISO pump module on our pump plate. Please note, we do not take pressure washers or water to any of our electronics. But the first thing you can do, maybe you out in the field and you don't have many tools to work with, unplug the big round Deutsch plug. As you plug that in, you'll hear power going to your IPM. That is a good indication that when the pump spins over for a split second, that same thing happens anytime you turn a key power on with our 700 series. The pump will always spin over for a split second. But next thing, again, maybe that didn't resolve anything. We need to confirm power. Just because we have 12.5 volts up at our ICM does not necessarily mean 12.5 volts is making it all the way back to our IPM. So on the baler harness, you've got a big red and black, the main power and ground coming from the tractor harness. Those are the two big pins inside of the plug here. We want to check voltage. So I've got my leads on, and Joe, what is our voltage reading down there? It's about 12.5. So if that is anything less than 12.5, you need to start diagnosing where your power shortage or power loss might be. And I'll show you a few more places you can look for that. So again, as we determined we had a power loss at our pump module, we should start working our way backwards. We need to determine where the power loss might be. The main baler harness, going back on any baler, a round, a small square, a large square, you have a quick disconnect. The round plugs at our drawbar we need to make sure there's no corrosion. We need to make sure all these pins are clean. And then again, checking power on our 765 IC harness, the main red and black wires. Those power lugs will take our voltmeter and determine if there's any voltage loss. On the main lugs here, you should see, once we select the correct volt reading, we've got 12.5 volts.